Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5, where I have been an idiot because I've been working my way around work, funnily enough, today, sacrificing lunchtime and breaks because I left it to the last minute again for a variety of reasons, which we'll get to later. Turns out though that after doing the weekly challenges, the daily challenges, everything except for the stuff that we didn't want to do, which is the trial, one of the championships, and the Eliminator, when it came to stitching together the recording, I realised that I had the wrong sound selected. So, a lot of footage with nothing going on. Really good mime performance, but unfortunately not very good viewing. So, we're going to jump in, and so that we have something to show for this week, we're going to do the things I didn't want to do, basically. So I guess we'll start with the championship. So first we have a street race. The reason I wasn't wanting to do this one is because it's a street race and not my favourite, but you do win a Pagani Zonda out of it, so I guess it's worth doing. And we have this RS3, I think, that's presumably been tuned up. It has a sick Assassin's Creed style paint job, and generally that means that I've put at least some effort into the car, so hopefully it'll be good enough to bring us home. So the reason I was delaying doing this and left it to the last minute again is originally I was hoping to start playing with the Steam version of the game, which I picked up on special recently. But apparently, even though I believe you still have to use your Xbox account to log in, because it doesn't have any of the same save data structure, you have to start from scratch. And I don't really feel like starting from scratch. I have a lot of accolades and stuff. I don't know, maybe I could just keep playing Game Pass in parallel and just have both technically off the same account. I don't even know how that would work. It sounds bizarre, but haven't tried it. I was going to experiment with that, but I didn't get around to it. And it's because I have the DLC on Steam, because it was all in the same package when I picked it up on sale. We're just going to go a bit wide on this one. And I've been blocked on some of the accolades by not having the DLC. But at the end of the day, does it matter that much? Not really. Certainly not for now. So we'll stick with this version of the game for the time being. And we'll experiment with that. I might experiment with that with Forza 4 actually first, because I do have Horizon 4 as well. And I'm not really participating in that season at the moment, because I was hoping to go for the achievement of completing every single event. And you don't have to worry about the DLC stuff for that. Oh, that was a terrible corner. Because they kept it separate. Unfortunately, they didn't keep it separate in Forza 5. So, but one of the first things was it the first season in the latest series of Horizon 4 required me to have like a $2 million Bugatti that I didn't own. And I take exception to that. In this, they're usually pretty good about lining up required vehicles with rewards from some of the other things so that you can get the required vehicle in order to finish it. They don't do that in 4. And squeak across the line. Just managed to push that guy out of the way. So ultimately what that meant is I didn't really feel incentivized to take part in the series for Horizon 4. Probably won't see any more content on that until there's a series that I feel that I can actually complete all at once in order to get that achievement. Because otherwise, 5 is generally the better game. It has its faults. Some of the UI elements in particular are not as good as 4, in my opinion. But generally the rest of the gameplay is far superior. And the map's bigger too. And then hopefully next series for 5, if I manage to successfully get the hang of doing that process for 4, we'll be able to migrate this across and be running off Steam next time in order to work towards the accolades for all of the festival playlist items, including the DLCs. In the meantime though, we can stall it out a bit more. I've also been meaning to do some videos based on the stories that you can do, because that's some more of the accolades that I don't have, is getting all of the stars and all of the stories. That's kind of the side mission content of the game. And they're quite fun. I've done some of them already, so can't really feature those. But the ones I did were kind of the ones that didn't feel as interesting. One was just chasing a bunch of photos, basically doing some trailblazers, which I don't really like as a game mode anyway. But some of the others have more interesting racing elements. Ultimately, it just comes down to what else might make good content from playing this game. I think some of the other larger races, maybe doing some more of the custom races as well. That guy's right on my tail. Just hold them off a little bit longer. There we go. Right, third and final one for the championship. Obviously, if there's any content that you would like to see in this game, then feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm kind of open to suggestions. As is very evident by most of what I do, I'm not the best at the game by any stretch of the margin. I would consider myself adequately talented in this. That's about as far as it goes. But that's kind of the fun of it. Like, I'm not trying to show off and go, hey, look how great a racer I am at this stuff. No, not even close. It's more about demonstrating how much fun you can have with the game without being desperately good at it. Because there's a lot to have fun with. Now, you don't have to chase after particular achievements or accolades or anything. You can do most things on lower difficulty settings as well. You do have to win against highly skilled AI opponents in order to get most of the festival playlist rewards, like to get the top rewards. But it's just something to work your way up to. Yeah, when you're first starting out, it's kind of good to just ignore that sort of stuff. The playlists are kind of end game content a lot of the time. And just work your way through the story elements, focus on just completing all of the different races, and you'll accumulate a lot of rewards along the way. So that way you get more of the cars that you'll need to complete some of the challenges. And you always profit from getting experience, getting the wheel spins, getting barn finds, getting gifts from other players a lot of the time as well. And eventually you work your way up to having a decent familiarity. And a lot of the rest of it just comes down to practice. I haven't showed much of the story sort of content of this, but there is some like fully voiced segments, and a lot of the characters are a bit of fun. There's a radio that plays as you go around when you're not in like streamer mode, like I have it in. It's a great soundtrack. Certainly a lot to enjoy. So yeah, if you'd like to see like a race with specifically absurd vehicles or specifically amazing vehicles, then do let me know. I'll see what I can do. And there is the championship. They are doing matching dances. It's like I've got a support act. 2010 Pagani Zonda. Right, and now I guess it's time for the Eliminator. Or in my case, the try not to get eliminated, because I tend not to be the eliminator of many people. And I seem to be starting in the danger zone, so let's run to safety. First of all, follow the pink line. When you see a pink line on your minimap, that means you're inside of the danger zone. So we only need to finish in the top 30. Let's actually head over towards that. It's not the shortest route, but there is a car drop over this way, which might help me. It does take a very long time for the arena to actually shrink, so we should be good on time for a little bit. We're still going to be in the danger area, but okay, rank 3 car is good. We overshot, that's not good. We're now wasting time. Can we even drive up the hill? Yes, we can. Good. Claim car. Audi Sport Quattro. Much better than what we had. I can't remember what accolades I still actually need for the Eliminator content. I haven't really sought out many of them. So it's not really something I really enjoy doing. Okay, we're now safe, or close to safety. There's another flare over here, so let's go see what there is. I wonder if I should be in... oh, that's even worse. Okay, never mind. I wonder if I should be in third-person view, in fact. That might actually be better, because this is basically a trailblazer. I think it's best that I can see my surroundings more. We're just gonna skirt around the edge of the arena as it closes in. I don't even know how long it's going to take to finish shrinking. It's taking its sweet time. We should probably be looking for more car drops, but... oh, there's the city. Alright. Now, that possibly means, I wonder, if... yeah, very unlikely, if we were to make it to the final showdown, I suspect we might be finishing in the city again. Which is where we came so close last time. We got second in a previous episode. And it was because we tried to go direct instead of following the road, because we didn't realise where it was going to be. So if that happens, I now know for next time. I'm just going to follow this road around for now. We're in the safe area. We're down to 36. We only need to outlast 6 more. So that's good. Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't really care about doing particularly well in this. It takes a long time to do well in this. I just want to stay in the top 30. Which should mean just this round of, current round of eliminations should be enough to see me safe. Some people being eliminated by the arena, interestingly. Might just be where they started and then they went AFK, I don't know. There's in fact someone off that direction. We're going to run away. So we do not want to tangle with anyone that's running away from the arena. People getting more car drops. I haven't seen more flares around over this way. That's a tree. Oh, there we go. Arena shrinks in 2 minutes, and this is where the boundary is going to be. So this will be our new safe zone. I'm just going to keep driving around the outside for now. And keep a little bit of an eye out for other drops. And there we go, we're in the top 30. So that's good. We've now achieved what we want to. I could quit right now if I wanted to. Or just drive into the barrier. But no, we'll play it out a little bit longer. We'll see how well we can do. So it would be nice to maybe get some better cars. I don't know. Just don't really see where the drop points are. I don't know if there's any particular rhyme or reason as to where they appear. A lot of people getting eliminated. I wonder if it is people just intentionally driving into the barrier because they're now in the top 30 and they just don't want to waste their time. That is the more efficient thing to do. Okay, here's some drop-off points. Which one's closer? What's the one over to the left here? That's a 2. That's a 4. But it's a Mini. I don't like the Mini. I'll stick with the Audi. And there's someone coming. Let's get out of here. We might be about to be eliminated. We'll see. No, they're going their own way. They probably wanted to check out those cars too. There's another one over this direction. Let's see what this is. That's a 5. Okay, that might be worth picking up. We'll pick it up so someone else doesn't. Ah, it's this one. Okay. Alright. It's something. It's not great, but it's something. We're in a very central area, and I don't like that. Sometimes it is a case that maybe you just have to bite the bullet and seek someone out and trigger an elimination. think that's what the person behind me is trying to do, in fact. With the idea of, like, you're safe while you're in a head-to-head. I prefer to just avoid everyone and let everyone else take care of all of that stuff. But at a certain point, you kind of have to participate. That's a tree. Yeah, especially when that happens. Okay. You want to take it on? You want to take me on? Okay. Well, I'm going to go this way. If I can. Yep. Alright. Where are we going? Okay. This way. That's a tree. Again. Okay. Well, we have a little bit of a head start. Because he was going the wrong way. But we do have to make our way through this forest, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, see. Then they have the advantage now, because they're on the road. But we're getting to the road over here. They appear to have given up, which is interesting. Is that because they identified they were going the wrong way, and thought, ah, this was a mistake, and just gave up? I'm not sure. But either way, we're well ahead. And we're heading across to where we need to go anyway for when the arena shrinks again, so that's handy. I'm surprised it just hasn't given me the win already. It usually does after a while. After a period of inactivity. Because there was another time when I thought I was completely finished. But the guy gave up something, and I ended up having to win. So, who knows? Let's just go over here. Is the river too deep? Nope. See, I should not do that sort of thing in case the other guy just catches up out of nowhere. But otherwise, I'm kind of better off just waiting. Just staying near the finish point, but not finishing. I did notice some other car drops around as well that I was wanting to investigate. Yeah, there we go. I've beaten my opponent. Cool.
Opponent eliminated.
I'll take a nomad, sure. Probably not the greatest thing in the world, to be honest, but kind of cool. And now it's once again a case of, do I hunt someone down? Do I just try and avoid everyone? Do I have a choice? I might not have a choice. Arena's starting to shrink again. Yeah, someone's coming up behind me. There's another car drop down here that, hey, it might be better than what I've got. Never know. At the very least we can just zoom past it and see what it is. We've got the other dude coming in hot behind me. That is not better than what I have. Okay. In which case, he did not trigger it. Okay. Fine. He overshot badly, it seems. Turns out I'm really good at playing running away from cars. But he was catching up to me, so I don't really want to race him, because that didn't bode well for the actual head-to-head. But I am more nimble, so I did manage to just dance out of his way and escape, it seems. So, I'll take that. What's this car down here, then? That's worse. I'm guessing a lot of the ones that are still remaining are going to be bad. There's another couple over here. Oh, it's right by the edge. Oh, and we're in the danger zone again. But it's not going to shrink for another minute and a half. That's a 3. That's rubbish. I kind of want to just hang around here in the danger zone until it starts to shrink. And then just outrun it if I can. Because we're getting to the final showdown area. This will be the final shrink, I think. So I'm just going to wait around here for like a minute. Everyone else is far away. This was like a 2 over here, wasn't it? Everything was rubbish. Yeah, it was a 3. 30 seconds. There is another loom over this direction. We can slowly make our way towards. Got a few people winning better cars. 5 drivers left. Okay, we are definitely in like final showdown mode, surely. But I think it has to shrink to a certain point first. So this will be the final shrinkage. Let's start going. It doesn't shrink immediately. You do get a chance to outrun it. As long as we don't hit a tree. In before I hit a tree. This guy's going to challenge me, isn't he? Oh, for crying out loud. This is the final... never mind. Well, no final showdown for me. That's a shame. That's actually really annoying. Because it's like, it's right near the final showdown anyway. And someone just feels that, nope, just got to eliminate you. Can't actually let you get to the final round. Heaven forbid. Wait, he's disappeared. Head-to-head cancelled. Oh, there we go. Suck it. So there. Okay, now I'm fairly sure that we're going to be finishing up here. Oh, we can't put things on. Okay. Well, we're heading the right direction. I'm fairly sure it's going to be that direction. So let's get a bit of a head start. And prepare to be completely wrong. Well, I mean, it's kind of the right direction. But there's a couple of other people who are already ahead of me. Predictably. Ah, twisted in the air. I hate it when that happens. I do not even understand the physics of how that happens. Of the car just twisting randomly. So bizarre. Ah, for crying out loud. I thought I missed that. Well, we're certainly not going to win. Because we keep making terrible mistakes. And we're not in the best car anyway. But we did well to stay this long, I think. Given the fact that we were being challenged by someone in a Class 10 car, at that point it's a case of, well, as long as they don't make terrible mistakes, they are going to win. You've got to hope that they hit a tree, essentially. Or somehow lose their way. But there are people who do this game mode pretty much the whole time, I'm fairly sure. That it'll be their preferred way to play the game. And you're never going to be able to counter them, because they know all of the routes and strats and everything. Be like, oh, we started here, that means we're going to be finishing here. Simple as that. Oh, this is, yeah, see, I've messed up again because I'm coming in from the top, which I shouldn't be. Yeah, there we go. Finished 4th. I wasn't the furthest away. Not bad. Don't play again. Quit. They bait you. The A that you expect to button mash is play again instead of quit. It's rude. Yeah, I missed out on the 250,000, just insult to injury.
You're loving the Eliminator, aren't you? Tell me about it. These Battle Royale games are so addictive.
Not really. I do them out of obligation. But never mind. Okay, and now on to the trial. And we, and it looks like 3 other people, are using a rental car for this, because I didn't have one that was actually suitable. Because it needs to be like 1960s Minis or Mustangs. So I've been given a Mustang. Right. Usual golden rules apply. Just try to race as cleanly as I can. Don't miss checkpoints. Get a feel for the car. Okay, the brakes are actually not bad, which I do not expect from a Mustang. So that's interesting. Somehow 2 AI have already fallen behind. I guess they got pushed out of checkpoints or something, I'm not sure. I mean, hey, if we can win, even better. I just do not expect that to happen. People are rubber banding all over the place, and I don't know if it's my connection or theirs. It always warns me about poor network, and I think it's just because of my distance. It's just New Zealand's a very long way from anywhere. Okay, well, it's all people at the top, so that's interesting. Clean racing. That's all we can hope for. Clean racing. Don't miss the checkpoints. Don't screw it up. 2 more laps of this. It's a pretty easy track at least. Probably over-braked for that, quite frankly. Definitely turned in too far for it. Kinda glad that dude's ahead of me so I can use him as a bit of a guide. I certainly never really expect to be the one out in front in these races. I'd be a bit worried if I was. Well, I'm glad the rental car wasn't complete garbage. That's all. Would have been even nicer if it was a 68 instead of 65, but hey, maybe that means it's been tuned up a bit more, I'm not sure. It's just good practice, really, getting some decent lines through here. Try not to skid too much. What more can you ask for? Speaking of skidding too much, this does like to slide, not surprisingly. Just hold it together through here. Can we keep our nerve as well as the next guy? A little bit wide there. Drift tap, apparently. Crisper fan letting down the clean sweep, but that's perfectly reasonable. This guy had a bad corner somewhere, because I'm catching up to him for some reason. That shouldn't be happening. There he is. Now he's pulling away. Always looks so stuttery. Unless he overcooks it on this corner, which would be funny. It'd be funny if he just missed that checkpoint. It would be so funny if his skidding there made me win. But second, yeah. He had enough on me. Well, I think we'll take that. That's a pretty convincing win on the first race, which is always nice. Because the first one's often the hardest one to put away. Now I do remember with this track, Arch of Mulegay, there is one particular corner that I have to be very careful not to miss a checkpoint. Because I've done that before. So let's see if we can hold it together a bit more responsibly. People coming in and out of existence around me. It's very confusing. How am I supposed to compete with people who are not reliably corporeal? It's bizarre. Anyway. Ghostliness aside. I'm just trying to make sure I hit my checkpoints, alright? That's all I care about. Hit my checkpoints. Don't lose it too much on corners. And hold it together for 3 laps. Now it's this checkpoint up here that I think I've missed before. Because it's too easy to cut that corner. Just gotta aim for the flag. So we're currently winning, but it's not convincing. It would be good to get ahead of the next AI. But that does mean racing much more cleanly. Now, admittedly, I did have to get through a lot of flots in the last lap, so hopefully we can be a bit tidier this time round. We don't have to deal with other people. Yeah, I had to go wide so I didn't hit that guy. So I don't really want to be too argy-bargy with another human player. Just, you know, we are winning. I don't need to win harder. It's fine. We're hitting our average. In this case, of so long as we all finish like 3rd or above, and because we've got someone in 2nd, we're countering the people who are further down. And that's fine. And that's why it's important to just hit the checkpoints. Don't mess it up. Because if you drop a bunch of places, then that's going to kill our chances. Okay, he took that corner a little bit badly. Oh, managed to get someone in the lead, that's nice. Ah, bad corner. But I got a chance to do that corner cleanly, which makes a bit of a difference, because previously I had someone in front of me the whole time. So we've caught up with the leading pack, which is nice. And the AI are honestly not very good sometimes. So that's funny. And he also didn't do too well at that point, which is kind of weird. But okay, I'll take that. So now I've just got to hold it clean myself to the end. Alright, I'll take the lead, thanks guys. I mean, not the most deserving, but it seems that they all had a bit of a bad corner at that back straight, so... Sweet, I'll take it. I mean, that's always nice to see, isn't it? Team Blue wins. That's the most important thing to see. And we get a Shelby for our troubles, which is a nice card I have. And that will do it for the season. We now have everything gold, which I didn't expect to have. I was going to leave things undone, but yeah, that's what happens when you forget to check your recording sessions before you go live. So, lesson learnt, maybe? I'm sure I'll do something else stupid next time. Either way, next season starts in like 11 hours, and we'll see whether or not we get onto it sooner or later, or leave it all to the last minute again. Hopefully I'll get around to it sometime this weekend. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.